Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why am I aging so fast? I eat healthy. I do everything right, don't I? Here's the truth most people don't hear after turning 60. Some of the foods we trust the most, the ones labeled low-fat, whole grain, or healthy snack, are actually accelerating the aging process. Not just on the outside, but deep inside your body, these foods are quietly inflaming your cells, overloading your liver, exhausting your pancreas, and damaging your skin, joints, and memory. Little by little, every day. And it's not your fault. We grew up believing certain foods were good for us. But the food industry changed. Ingredients got cheaper, more artificial, and more addictive. The packaging got prettier. But the damage got worse. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 foods that seem harmless, but may be aging your body faster than time itself. Stick with me, because the last one on this list, it's the food I trusted for years, until I found out what it was really doing to my brain. 1. Whole wheat bread, the hidden enemy. You probably thought switching from white bread to whole wheat was a smart move, and it was, once upon a time. But the whole wheat bread you find in stores today, it's not what it used to be. Behind those words, whole grain, multigrain, heart healthy, hides a processed, blood sugar spiking product that may be aging your body faster than you realize. Let me explain. Science-backed. Truth. When you eat a slice of modern whole wheat bread, especially the kind that's mass-produced and packaged in plastic, your body reacts almost the same way it would to a slice of white bread. Why? Because even though it says whole wheat, the flour has usually been pulverized so finely that your digestive system breaks it down fast, flooding your bloodstream with glucose. That rapid rise in blood sugar triggers your pancreas to release insulin. Over time, repeated insulin spikes increase inflammation, fat storage, and cellular aging. And if you're over 60, this matters even more. As we age, our cells become less resilient. Our bodies recover slower. So when a food triggers inflammation, we feel it more deeply, in our joints, our skin, our memory, our sleep. Not to mention this, many whole wheat breads on the market contain high fructose corn syrup preservatives, like calcium propionate emulsifiers, soy flour, and even caramel coloring to make them look brown and natural. All of this increases oxidative stress, the process that damages your DNA, dulls your skin, weakens your muscles, and burdens your liver. So yes, that innocent-looking toast in the morning, it might be quietly aging you from the inside out. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up bread forever, but we do have to be smarter, especially after 60. Here's what to look for. Real sourdough made with natural fermentation. This slows glucose absorption and is easier to digest. Sprouted grain breads with short ingredient lists, no added sugar, no seed oils, no weird chemicals. Or if you're up for it, try grain-free options like almond or coconut flour bread, which are naturally lower in carbs and higher in healthy fats. Most importantly, read the ingredients, not just the front of the package. If the first ingredient is enriched wheat flour or anything with sugar, put it back, because after 60, every bite matters. Your body is wiser now, but more sensitive too. Give it what it truly needs to age gracefully, not just slowly. Now, if that surprised you, wait until you hear about food number 2. It's something most people switch to when trying to be healthier. They reach for the low-fat version, thinking it's the smarter choice. But what they don't realize is that this one product may be quietly increasing inflammation, calcium loss, and brain fog in adults over 60. And chances are, it's sitting in your fridge right now. 2. Low-fat milk. Less fat, more trouble. It's in almost every refrigerator, poured over cereal, blended into smoothies, or sipped straight from the glass. For years we were told, choose low-fat dairy. It's better for your heart. It's lighter, healthier. But here's what almost nobody tells people over 60. Low-fat milk might actually be doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to aging. The hidden risks of low-fat milk. Let's start with what happens when you remove the fat from milk. Fat isn't just extra calories. In real whole milk, the fat carries fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These nutrients help protect your bones, regulate hormones, nourish your skin, and support your brain. When you strip the fat, you also strip the delivery system for those essential vitamins and to make it taste better. Most low-fat milks are ultra-pasteurized, which means they've been heated to high temperatures that destroy beneficial enzymes, and sometimes the vitamins themselves. What's left? A watery liquid, high in lactose sugar but low in nutritional support. And here's the kicker. Without the fat to slow down digestion, that lactose hits your bloodstream faster, raising your blood sugar, creating insulin spikes, and leading to, you guessed it, more inflammation. Now let's talk about that inflammation. After 60, low-level chronic inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of aging. It's linked to joint pain, memory decline, muscle loss, skin thinning, and even conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. So every time we drink low-fat milk, thinking we're making a healthy choice, we may actually be fueling the exact problems we're trying to avoid. A note on brain health. Recent studies have also started exploring the link between low-fat diets and cognitive decline in older adults. Your brain is made of nearly 60% fat. It needs healthy fats to function, to form memories, to regulate mood. When we deprive ourselves of those fats, especially from natural sources like full-fat dairy, we may be starving the brain slowly, without even knowing it. So what should you drink? Full-fat milk, preferably organic and from grass-fed cows, gives you natural fats, more complete nutrition, and slower glucose absorption. Even better for some, unsweetened plant-based milks like almond, coconut or macadamia, but only if they have simple ingredients and no added gums or oils. For gut health, consider plain kefir. It's fermented, full of probiotics, and much easier to digest than regular milk. And remember, fat isn't the enemy. Fake health claims are. When you're over 60, you need nourishment, not shortcuts. Don't be afraid of real whole food. Be afraid of what's been taken out and what's been added back in to make it look healthy. Up next, let's talk about something you might have packed in your lunch or reached for as a clean protein option. It's thin, convenient, and sold in almost every grocery store. But one single slice of it contains multiple preservatives banned in other countries. Preservatives that have been linked to colon, damage, nitrate overload, and even cancer. Let's expose the truth about deli turkey. 3. Deli turkey. The convenience that comes at a cost. It looks clean, it's lean, it's quick, and it's everywhere. From sandwich shops to your fridge drawer. But that thin, cold slice of deli turkey, it may be doing more damage to your health than a greasy burger, especially after age 60. What's really in that slice? Here's the thing about deli meats, and yes, that includes turkey, ham, chicken, roast beef. They're not just meat, they're a chemical cocktail designed for shelf life, not for human health. Most deli meats, even the ones labeled healthy or low fat, are packed with sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate, preservatives used to prevent spoilage and give meat that pink color. Phosphates, added to improve texture and shelf life, but known to stress the kidneys. Modified food starch, sugar and corn syrup, artificial flavorings and natural smoke. The result? A product that looks healthy, but inside your body it's behaving very differently. How it ages your body. Let's talk about what those additives do, especially in someone over 60. First, nitrites and nitrates. When heated or metabolized, they can form nitrosamines, compounds that have been linked to colon and stomach cancer in multiple studies. The World Health Organization classifies processed meats, and yes, including deli meats, as Group 1 carcinogens. That's the same category as smoking. Second, excess sodium. Even a few slices of deli turkey can have 500 to 700 milligrams of sodium, more than a quarter of your daily recommended intake. Too much sodium increases your risk of high blood pressure, which puts extra strain on your heart, kidneys, and brain, especially as arteries stiffen with age. Third, phosphates and additives. These chemicals may increase the risk of kidney damage, especially in people with reduced kidney function, a common issue after 60. But here's the worst part. All of this is cumulative. You may not feel it after one sandwich. But day after day, year after year, it builds up. It shows in your joints, in your memory, in your blood pressure, in the way your skin sags, how you recover from illness, how well you sleep. You still need protein, but your body deserves better. Try this instead. Roast your own turkey or chicken at home. Slice it yourself. No chemicals, no preservatives. Buy from a local butcher or deli that offers clean, minimally processed meats. And ask questions. Explore other protein sources. Boiled eggs, wild salmon, lentils or plain Greek yogurt. Rich in nutrients and easy to digest. And here's a simple rule. If it doesn't look like it came directly from an animal or plant, and if it can last for weeks in your fridge, it's probably not doing you any favors. A wiser perspective after 60. Look, I get it. We're not trying to be perfect, but we do want to be awake. At this stage in life, it's not about eating less. It's about eating real food that feeds your cells, supports your immune system, and helps you stay strong. Not just alive, because there's a difference between getting older and aging well. Now's if you thought deli meats were deceptive. Wait until you hear what's hiding inside those so-called healthy snacks we keep in our purses, gym bags, and glove compartments. They say things like, only 100 calories, whole grain, no trans fat. But beneath the label, they're nothing more than highly processed sugar bombs dressed up like wellness food. Next up, the truth about granola bars and so-called healthy snacks. 4 granola bars. The sugary lie we tell ourselves. They're neatly packaged, they fit right in your purse or pocket, and they promise all the right things: high fiber, low fat, whole grain, perfect for on the go. But let me ask you something. If you took that same granola bar, unwrapped it, and called it what it really is, a candy bar with good marketing, would you still eat it? Especially after 60, when sugar and inflammation become serious threats to your body. The hidden ingredients. Let's look past the buzzwords on the box. Most granola bars are loaded with added sugars, often hidden as brown rice syrup, agave, or cane juice. Vegetable oils, like soybean or canola, which are heavily processed and oxidize easily. Artificial flavors and preservatives, inflammatory grains that have been baked, extruded, or processed at high heat, stripping them of real nutrition. And yet, we're told these bars are healthy. For a body over 60, here's what that actually means. You eat the bar, your blood sugar spikes, insulin floods your system, then an hour later, you crash, feeling tired, foggy, maybe even hungrier than before. That roller coaster of energy isn't just frustrating, it's aging you. Why sugar plus processed grains age you faster? Every time your blood sugar spikes, it creates something called glycation. That's when sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body, damaging your skin, your arteries, even your brain. Over time, this leads to wrinkles and sagging skin, stiff joints, memory issues, vision problems, and increased risk for heart disease and diabetes. And here's the sneaky part. Some granola bars contain as much sugar as a donut, but they hide it under names like organic cane syrup or natural fruit concentrate. Your body doesn't care what the sugar is called, it just reacts, with inflammation, insulin resistance, and oxidative stress, all of which speed up the aging process. You still need energy during the day, especially if you're active, walking, or managing medications that affect blood sugar. Here are a few better options. A handful of raw nuts like walnuts, almonds, or pecans, a boiled egg with a sprinkle of sea salt, a slice of apple with almond butter. Or, if you want a bar, choose one with under 5 ingredients, no added sugar, and real food you can pronounce. Look for bars made with only dates, nuts, seeds, and spices, nothing else. And remember, if it tastes like a cookie and comes in a shiny wrapper, it probably is a cookie, even if it says fit or natural on the front. Every bite you take after 60 sends a message to your body. You're either telling it to heal or to hurry the aging process. So before you tear open that 100-calorie snack, ask yourself, is this giving me life or is it just convenient? You deserve more than quick sugar. You deserve real strength, clarity, and calm. Now, if you think sugar is the only thing to watch for, Let's go one step further. There's a drink that's often labeled zero, a light or sugar-free. It's marketed to diabetics, to dieters, to the elderly, but it contains artificial chemicals that have been linked to gut damage, anxiety, weight gain, and even memory problems. And yet, it sits in our kitchens and gets served with lunch every day. Next up, the silent danger of healthy fruit juices and zero-calorie drinks. 5. Fruit juices and diet drinks. The illusion of health. You see the label, no added sugar, 0 calories, 100% fruit, and it feels like a safe choice, even a healthy one. After all, it's not soda, it's juice, or it's sugar-free, or it's light. But here's the hard truth. After 60, these drinks can be some of the most deceptive and dangerous things we put into our bodies. The hidden dangers of modern juice and zero drinks. Let's start with fruit juice. Even if it says 100% orange juice or no sugar added, that doesn't mean it's harmless. Juicing removes the fiber, the one thing in fruit that slows down sugar absorption and protects your blood sugar levels. What's left? A glass full of natural sugar with no breaks. 1 cup of orange juice can spike your blood sugar just like soda. Your body sees it as glucose, fast, intense, and inflammatory. Now let's talk about zero-calorie drinks. The ones with sucralose, aspartame, acesulfame, potassium. They may not raise your blood sugar immediately, but that doesn't mean they're safe. Studies show that artificial sweeteners disrupt the gut microbiome, the good bacteria that control immunity, digestion, even mood, confuse your brain's hunger signals, making you eat more later, may increase insulin resistance, leading to more belly fat and higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Worse yet, research has linked long-term use of these sweeteners to memory decline, anxiety, and even stroke risk in older adults. So even if it's sugar-free, it's not risk-free. Why it hits harder after 60? As we age, our metabolism slows, our digestive enzymes decline, our detox pathways from the liver, kidneys, gut have to work harder. So every chemical, every additive, every glucose spike, it stays in our system longer. And it takes a bigger toll. You might not feel it the day you drink that juice or zero soda, but over time you'll feel it in your joints, your brain fog, your waistline, your sleep, your blood pressure. That's not hydration. That's quiet harm. What to drink instead? You do need to hydrate, but hydrate wisely. Here's what I recommend. Plain water, still or sparkling. Water with lemon, cucumber, or mint. Herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, hibiscus, or rooibos. Homemade. Smoothies, calmes with whole fruits, greens, a handful of seeds, and no added juice. Or occasionally diluted fresh-pressed juice, 1 part juice to 3 parts water with a meal. And if you're craving a sweet taste, have a piece of fruit, whole with skin and fiber. That's what nature intended, because there's a big difference between eating an orange and drinking 5 of them in one gulp. Choose clarity over convenience. At this stage in life, we don't need trends, we need truth. And the truth is, what you drink can age you just as fast as what you eat. Don't fall for zero. Don't fall for light. Fall for what makes your body feel steady, focused, and clean. Let's take a breath and recap. The 5 harmless foods that quietly accelerate aging after 60. Whole wheat bread spikes blood sugar and fuels inflammation. Low fat. Milk strips away vital nutrients and disrupts hormones. Deli turkey, packed with preservatives that harm your gut and heart. Granola bars, hidden sugars wrapped in a healthy disguise. Juices and ice, diet drinks, gut disruptors with long-term consequences. These foods aren't poison, but they're not your friends either. Not after 60, not when your body is asking for nourishment, not noise. So what can you do? Start simple. Read the ingredients. Choose real food, stay hydrated the right way. And remember, every bite and sip is either aging you or healing you. If this video helped you see things differently, even just a little, please give it a like. Share it with someone you care about and hit subscribe. There's more coming. More truth, more science, more wisdom for the years that matter most. This isn't about fear. It's about power. The quiet kind. The kind you earn with age. You're not just older, you're wiser. and now you're ready to eat like it.